Good morning. Hello. Hello, Storm Zapper. Good morning, good evening, guys. How are you? I'm good. How are you, Storm? Hello, guys. Just getting warm up here. Get ready to train. Put ankle rotation. Hip rotation. Morning, how are you? Good evening, guys. If you're from somewhere else, good evening. But it's morning here in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. Hello, Camilo. Training Jiu-Jitsu. Wow, that's awesome. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Camilo. Chinese. No, I'm not Chinese. I'm Vietnamese. Vietnamese and Canadian. Uh, oh, okay, Kamshi. I will show you what I know. Hello. Hello, Faleni. Hello, everyone. Okay, I'm just getting warm up and get ready to train. So I hope you guys enjoy watching, and also if you can train along with me if uh, you like martial art, and especially with wooden dummy and Wing Chun and other martial arts. Any discipline we can train together and we learn from each other. All right. Hello from Thailand. Hello. I'm from Vietnam here. China. Hi, Lali. Noah. Stop your wife from defensive from your wife. That stuff even even myself. Even myself I cannot stop her. Well, not hitting, but sometimes screaming and yelling. But that's the thing, right? That's why we learn martial art, to control ourselves, right? To stay calm and access the situation and calm your wife down. Because you don't need to use self-defense against your wife, okay? Your wife and your family is somebody you love, all right? All right, guys, let's go. Stretch it out a bit and then we get going, all right? Usually the first 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I do a little warm-up. Whether it is jogging, running on the spot, jumping jacks, all these we all know, right? We all know since we in grade probably kindergarten 1, 2 at school, at gym. We always do these stuff. And then sometimes skipping like this, skipping like that. As long as you keep your body warming up, okay? Before you train any type of martial art training or any sports, get your body warm up, your blood flowing, so that you reduce the risk of injury. So after I do a couple of minutes warm up, I will shake my body out. Shake your hands, your legs. It's meant to wear down your opponent or something else. Wing Chun is a lot of quick movement, dynamic, quick strike. So for instance, if you at a distance like this, very close distance, and you have to defend yourself. So you have to be very fast actually. So from here to here, if you were face to face, whoever like pretty much hit first, right? Chances are that person gonna win. Well, unless you can take a lot of hit and punches or whatever, you know, you train all this stuff and you getting hit in the face a lot, then you're good. But if you like normal people like me and you, we don't interact fight a lot, or we don't like spar a lot and get hit in the face like boxing or MMA, a lot of martial art that require a lot of getting hit in the face or whatever. So chances are, if you get hit, you're gonna lose first for sure. So for instance, you have to act quick. Otherwise, don't get into a situation. Otherwise, have to be one arm length apart. If you close like this, chances are, whoever gonna hit first, most likely gonna win. So it's Wing Chun is very dynamic and straight forward, and try to use the force against them sometime and redirect the energy. So for instance, one person hitting one way, I have to move out of the way and I hit it back the other way and try to get the energy out of your target. So yeah, that's what I know. But of course, there's a lot more to it, right? And a lot of ways you can practice. Yeah. But because I'm not really truly expert in Wing Chun, right? So I don't know everything. I just know like only a little bit, you know, because I do train in other martial arts like Taekwondo, and then a little bit of MMA, and you know, somewhat know a few punch of boxing here and there, and Kung Fu, traditional Kung Fu. So and then in high school I used to take wrestling for 2 years. So therefore I blend in a little bit of everything. So not so much Wing Chun, one discipline, or so much Kung Fu, or so much Taekwondo. So whatever the thing is useful for me, I train. All right, guys, let's go. Yes, redirecting the opponent's force, right? You don't want this strong force to go right directly at you. Then I'm pretty sure like you're gonna get hit pretty bad, right? So for instance, like if someone straight punch, the first thing you do is you have to get out of the way. But in order for you to that, this is too close, right? If it's too close range like this, I don't care how good you are, right? I don't care how good you are, right? How fast you are, but the person come out with a punch that got fast, right in the face. How are you gonna move, right? So first of all, if you see the situation is coming at you, what you gotta do is you have to back up and hands out like this for self-defense, right? And you just can try to convince the person, hey, sorry, blah, 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 whatever, you know, and you have to stay in safety zone. So safety zone is like the reaching hand like this, right? So you know, if the punch from here to here, you have time to see. But it's like this, face to face, like pa, how the hell are you gonna see, right? So stay smart, guys. Don't be like too close like this once you try to convince the situation, okay? If like, you know, if something like guys bigger than you or whatever, like they go up and push you like this, right? They go push, okay, let them push, and then I help you to back up, and then they push, then you're gonna fall back a bit, right? So for instance, push it back, and then you're in safe distance. So you just put your hand out, okay, sorry, right, you know. So stay away from them, stay safe distance, okay? Don't go too close. If you were too close, if you were to go like this, you gotta attack first. If you go like this, you go right away, okay? If you still like this, you cannot talk to them face to face like this. Once you know that like they really want to, you know, beat you up or whatever, you know. but I don't want to use foul language or anything, but you know, from here to here. So if you don't attack them, they're gonna attack you. So if you don't want to attack them, you have to stay far behind. You have to stay here at least like arm length reach, right? If there's anything, you can just back up, right? But here too close, too late. Here it's like either one of you, whoever attack first, most likely gonna win the fight, okay? So careful, once you're in this situation, back up right away, stay back, okay? All right. For instance, I see a lot of practice Wing Chun is good. It's good for you to like practice hand and all that sticky hand and everything, right? That's like between Wing Chun and Wing Chun. But like, you know, Wing Chun against like boxing or kickboxing, whatever, they do have their legs long, right? That's like they can kick pretty far, they can go here, you know, or they can go up here to the face, right? So how you gonna block all those kicks, right? It's gonna be pretty tough. And the kicks are gonna be like 2.5 times stronger than the arm. And they have more distance, right? So, but with the kick more distance, you can back up, right? But the punch is really quick. From here to here, I don't know how fast, like, I don't know how fast people can move with a punch from here to here, but most likely if out of 10 punch, like 8 punch, like at least like 6 to 8 punch gonna hit the face, you know? So here to here. So careful, stay away, all right? Okay, let's practice, shall we? Rugby tackle, rugby tackle, that's a pretty tough one. I haven't played rugby, but it's quite similar. It's quite brutal because like no guards, right? You don't wear all the protection like football. So it's on the hips, yes. How to get beat up? No, I try to teach you guys how to prevent, not how to get beat up. Oh yeah, I would do that, right? Yeah, it's not a good feeling at all. Like, you know, if you just were to hit the here right here, it's hurt like hell, right? So careful. Okay, let's start with our lesson, right? So it's been a few days we have been back and practice the basic. So let's go. The stance. So first of all, I always bow, right? There. First of all, you bow to the wooden dummy. Just show a respect that, you know, your partner, whatever, whoever you practice against, you show respect. And from here, you're just gonna put your arms here. So your fists gonna be clenched together like this, like you're making a punch a fist, right? Hands to the side, and from there you open two. Open two is like your feet. From here, I see, as you can see my feet here, right? One, I open like this, two, and then from here I go right in the stance, right? You open in a way, so you have your knees clenched together like this, and you're up here, and then from there you practice with the wooden dummy or with a partner. Now, with this stance, like for me, I find it like a bit hard for me to like, you know, just clench my feet and I go practice like this all the time. You know, for me it feel a bit of awkward, right? So most of the time I go up slightly like this. So most of the time I want to be more comfortable. So I just have my knees going up like this because it's moving, it's gonna moving back and forth. So it doesn't have to be like that close all the time, right? That's for me. If you guys want to practice like more proper way, you can just put it down like this. But for me, I noticed that like this is only the movement when you have to, right? If somebody try to kick you in the groin or here, you can just have the knee here and the foot, this part of the foot hit right there, and then that's gonna do this damage in the foot, this part right here. So it's gonna hurt like hell. But okay, so let's go down. 1, 2, and once you're down here, keep your back straight, arms to the side, and from here you lift up. 1, right, and then you go down 2. Okay, so it will be like this. 1, 2. So this is sort of like no styrofoam anyway. This is like a wooden dummy from my master that I learned from Vietnam. It's called Ngắn Công Phái. So most I learned is just the basics wooden dummy from him. Yeah, one, and then two, okay, and then three. You open up like this, okay. All right, one, two, and three. Okay. Now for one, you're gonna strike right into the neck, or the neck or the chin like this. Okay. Four. Open and strike. Okay. And then from there you grab with both arms. Imagine that like the arms here. You grab, try to get them off balance, and then you strike the rib cage or the liver shot. Now, as you know, the liver shot is pretty bad, right? You can kick or something here pretty hard enough, you can knock a person out, right? So I say if you train your palm strike or your punch really good, you can just pow right here. You gotta do some damage to the person liver or the ribs right here. Yeah. Yes, one of the main thing is you try to get the person, your opponent, off balance, right? But the first thing is like don't get hit, and then you try to get them off balance, and from there you strike, or you can just strike right away. It depends on whatever works, right? So again, one, right? Two, three, okay, four, grab, five, and then six. All right. One, two, three, four, five, six. 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 Okay? So, and again, you guys may ask, what are these for, right? What are these 6 movements for? So let me break it down in the application where you can go from here. You go one. It's like somebody like try to grab your shoulder or whatever, right? The arm might be straight or they slightly bent. They go like this. So basically, you just want to shock the elbow. When you want to see, like, pa, like they will react to it, right? From there, you get the attention, and then you can do all the moves. For instance, here, shock the elbow grabbing like this or something, you know. It's just an application, okay? So not work 100%, but this, I'm breaking down the application so you guys can understand what the heck is this move for? Why is this guy doing this? Or why do I have to practice with this move, right? So one here, shock the elbow right here, pa, like that, right? So after you practice for a while, you're gonna go, pa, increase the speed and strength. Now from there, you got his attention. Pa, you can go like this, or pa, you can go like this, or that, you know. So get out of the way. Let's try to grab your shoulder or whatever. Think that he's tough or whatever, right? And you go, pa, right? Now that's gonna shock the table and the elbow for sure, right? And now from there, you got his attention. And he might be attacking the knee or something. You're kneeing you like this or whatever, right? Now, as you can see in a lot of MMA or like Muay Thai, one championship fighting, you see a lot of that, right? A lot of kneeing, grab the person neck. So that move, this move, next move is rocking. Remember the blocking here? Of course. But this is practicing with the wooden dummy. But in reality, of course, you're gonna like go like this, right? The person you're gonna go and block down like this, right? So that's the move for. So here, with the wood dummy, we practice like that. But in reality, you're gonna have to go down and you go because they're grabbing your head right here. So you have to both hand here with the elbow. If some of you are good, later on you can interchange it right here. And then you're gonna hit right here in the thigh, right? If you're really good, you can like hit the elbow to the thigh, right? Say this part right here, down like this. So instant you can. If you cannot, you just grab and block like this. Block like this, block like this. You can go your elbow right in, okay? That is after you've been practicing a while. you have to pretty much be smart about it and use the techniques that work in that situation. Because in certain situation, of course, it's gonna interchange, right? It's not gonna be like A, B, C, it's gonna be like either A to Z or A then P, so you have to figure it out yourself and be smart about it, okay? So that's what I'm explaining the application. Then the next one, right? So after you block the knees, the next one, this movement is for, again, same thing, somebody grab your neck or whatever, you try to open this. Now, sometimes for certain people, you're weaker than the opponent, right? That's fine. If you cannot get the arm open, you're gonna block it, okay? Here, somebody grab you, you open from the inside, open. If it's not working, straight to the neck or straight to the face. So the palm, go to the face. Now to the face here, now you see the eyes here, right? My thumb is open. I can self-defense, I can squeeze in the eye if it's threatening your life or something, someone will take your life or whatever, very in danger, and then you have to use that. Otherwise, don't, please don't, right? So from here, I can grab right here, see my thumb right here, I can play around with the eyes a bit, how you, what you do, you playing games, right? The controller, the games, while you play a game, soccer, whatever, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and you're pressing on like this. That's when you practice the eye thing. All right, guys? It's just an example. All right, see? It's useful sometimes when you play game too, right? All right. So, boom, and then you squeeze right here, the thumbs, yeah. And the next one, so once from there, then you can grab, pretend this is the arm. Now, when practicing with a wooden dummy, you're standing up like this, you just pull like this. Now pull like this and drag in. It's not gonna give you a lot of force. So in the real situation, what you have to do is you have to, from here, you grab, you take a long step back into sort of like your horse stance, right? And you pull the person with you, grab. See? The person has to come with me because all my weight is back here. So therefore, as I move back, the person just automatically pull with me, right? Right, so all of a sudden, I don't care how a strong person is, hit there, go, right? Okay, from here, and then I go up and here. Here, after you pull, and then you hit there, okay? And then you hit this part. So those are the movement, the 6 movements that I break down for you. Yeah, that could work too. No, I see a lot of videos that like guys is like, they do a lot of conditioning movement. No, I'm not an expertise in that, so I don't. But if show me how to train, But yeah, but mostly we condition that is better for our partner, right? For our loved one, for our wife and stuff like that, right? Conditioning. Other than that, I don't train that. Rex Kwando? Oh no, I don't study Rex Kwando. Taekwondo. I used to study Taekwondo before, but not Rex Taekwondo. Rex Kwando. First time I heard of it. And I do more elbow strikes. Well, the elbow strikes are pretty much straightforward, and basics, right? A lot of the elbows, they come from here. They go in either straight, elbow straight to the face, or the other one, they just go up. Now this one is sort of like the elbow uppercut, right? The same way you uppercut like this, and the elbow like this. So before I show you guys the movement where you practice like this, or you practice like this, you're blocking with your elbow here. If you guys will pay attention, if you guys watch my few of my last live session, I practice this. So this is sort of like elbow straight going up, right? And the other one going up. This one I'm going down. I'm blocking down. I could use it as an elbow coming right down like this too. Okay, so you can use this two-way. That's why I incorporate this training into our practice so that we can also use the elbow or the block. Remember in Wing Chun, a lot of it we block like this, right? Block this way. Somebody hit, you block this way. Now, for instance, block this way, and then you can go your elbow to it, and then you can go here, right? Block this way, the hands here, just in case. So, or you can use as the elbow right in there, right? So those are the movement for. So you can incorporate elbow, but it's not gonna be strong as like the Muay Thai elbow, because like they go wow all from here. They have pa, they go here, or they go jump up and they go down, or they go all the crazy stuff. And because the training is so, they train elbow so much that they're so good at it, right? They can do this way, and like in Ong Bak movie, they do like this way, right? It's kind of like hard, awkward when in the beginning we don't train it. So you have to train. You gotta train like whichever way that you love, you know, this way. So elbow for me basic. From there, you can go back elbow or back fist. You turn around this way, and then low elbow from here. Those are the basics, elbow. Yeah, that I know. Of course, there's more if you are into Muay Thai or whatever. I'm pretty sure you know a lot more than me in terms of elbows. No problem. Boss, you want to be like Bruce Lee? Yes, I believe anything is possible. You know, if you are like dedicated into your training, dedicated in like becoming like, you know, an icon in martial art, anything, I think is possible. Yeah, you might not be exactly as Bruce Lee, but you're gonna be, you know, somewhat quite similar, because we are different. Every human being, whether it's in the past or now, our what you call it? Our genetics, right, are all different, all slightly different. So you can be anybody way to do. You love to, but you just have to be. You have your own unique way to, right? But not 100% like. You won't be 100% like Bruce Lee, of course. It's gonna be slightly different, right? For me, I find that one thing I lack is sometimes I lack the punch, the chain punch. You know, in Wing Chun, a lot of people they're good in the chain punch, right? They're famous for that, right? Pa 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 pa, so fast, right? And when I train against the dummy, I find that because of my body is kind of like some of you or you, right? Your body is big, your chest, your shoulders wide. So when you squeeze the punch like this, you try to squeeze in your elbows in like this, it's so freaking awkward and so hard, right? So I find that a bit like hard for me. Therefore, I don't train that a lot, right? Mostly I do open. I go pum, 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 pum. See, as you can see, it's not as good as other people who go pum, 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 pum. And it's not as fast, of course. But that's something, that's your con, that's your bad at it, then you gotta try to train more of it, okay? That's what I gotta do too, so. See, when I hit here, sometimes my elbow here is gonna hit here, right? So you guys, when you're training with a wooden on me, you find that a bit difficulty in the beginning. But eventually, I'm pretty sure you will manage to get overcome it. Yeah, sure. You can train with me for sure, definitely. All right. So if I go here, right? You know, some people they can do like this. Like I don't know how many punch in 1 second. Some I heard maybe over 10, the chain punch. or like 7 or something in 1 second. Bruce Lee can do 7 punches or something or more. I have no, that's what I heard of, but kick it in there. You see, when I punch here, sometimes my arm, when I put it here, it will hit my elbow slightly. So what you got to do is sometimes, you see, for this dummy and the other one, my other one is, this thing is open wider, so it's easier, right? But because this dummy is taller, so it's easier for me because I'm like, I'm not that tall, but I'm like, yeah, pretty much average. So this 175, 1.75 centimeter is okay with me. But the only thing is the arm is a bit too tight in the here. Yeah. Okay. So let's train the punch. Let's do 20, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So you go 1, 2, 3. Try to do quick and keep your elbow down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So imagining when you guys have time, you do like 200 of that a day. And then, so basically what I did is like, within like about 30 seconds or 1 minute of training, you can get in at least 50 punches in there. So I'm pretty sure like if you guys train and you put 200 punches in there a day, you can improve it a lot. Imagine every day 200 punches like that, you know, 1 week. So let's skip Sunday, you have 6 days, right? You got 1,200 punches in, right? And then you incorporate with your other techniques, maybe your block, right? So you do one set of 100 blocks, right, a day. You got 600 right there. And then whatever kicks you good at, right? Like you guys said, kicking the balls or whatever. From here, I go and practice kicking the balls. I kick here, pa, like that, pa, like that. You know, I just front kick right into the, whatever you want to train, you just from here, boom, right? Boom, come back. And for the kicking, it's gonna require more energy. So maybe you gotta do 50 kicks it, right? On each leg, of course. So 50 here, 50 there, you know. So you got 100 in too. So therefore you got another 600. There you go. If you do practice those 3 movements every day, right? In a week you got like a couple thousand in. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna improve a lot, right? All right. Phan, same thing. Block, 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 block. You do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so you do that like 20 on each side, then you got a bit more in. So it's not like about how much you know, but it's how disciplined and how dedicated you are in training the same thing over and over every day for months and years. So you see all those great masters out there, they do over and over again, right? They're just the same as us, but they're disciplined to train and they're willing to open their mind and learning and adapting new things, better things, you know, especially us in the this age, right? There's a lot of stuff we gotta learn, you know, from AI, from all those social media, from everything, right? But try to focus only the thing that we want to learn, right? Don't try to focus around a lot of junk and a lot of stuff people they throw out there at you, right? You gotta. There's so much information, therefore you have to be you have to choose it wisely, right? You know whoever is good, you train with them. Whoever is have that good techniques or have that good movement, you use that instructor. You learn from that master, whether it's from karate, taekwondo, taekwondo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, whatever. Just learn the best techniques that I can do, right? All right, guys, Nottingham. Let's keep on training. So let's go back to the 6 basic techniques, and then we're gonna train on that for like, let's say 20 times, shall we? And then we move on, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2. So just to review, if some of you hasn't been here the full life, I'm just gonna review. 1, okay, lift up, shock the elbow. 2, cross down. 3, open your arms like somebody try to grab at your shoulder like this, and you try to open from the inside. Get the hands out of the way. 3, if not, if they're too strong, go right in, hit the chin, stretch the neck or whatsoever, and then from there you grab the arms, and then you're gonna do the 2 palm stretch to the ribs. Here, imagine you this sole of your hand, this palm stretch. So you just go like this. You tap your wrist. I mean your ribs. Yeah, sorry, your ribs. So see if it hurts. It's painful, right? Or you tap here, right underneath your rib. Pa, like that. That's the liver shot right there. Okay. So those are the 6 movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, so when you're practicing at beginning like that, you're sort of like practicing the movement, right? You're sort of like a robot, right? You just do whatever your master tell you to do, or whatever it is in the beginning, so you can get the technique. Maybe the first few lessons, okay? But we human beings, we're very smart, right? We're not machine, we're not robot. So after you do that for a while, then you're gonna think about it, and then you can adjust. So what you do after like the 10 or 20 moves or whatsoever, right? You have to imagine, visualize, oh, what's this technique for, right? If the way I'm moving like this, I'm training like this just to get the techniques, proper techniques down. But after that, how can I make it effective, more effective in my training? Then what you gotta do, how can I make stronger? Then you gotta train a bit harder, a bit tougher. You do a bit faster. So let's make it faster a bit, okay? And put some force into it. So for instance, and then you can break down in pattern. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? Just to make it more like enjoyable, right? Otherwise you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So if you keep on doing that, like half of your class or whatever fall asleep, right? You know, the reason why like we go all school, teacher go up there, explain, blah, 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 and then we fall asleep because we don't do anything. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you see I add a little bit, break down the rhythm a bit, and I also increase the speed and strength into it. So it look more live, you know. You gotta be live, right? You gotta move, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as soon as I go here, I hit here, I come down. It's sort of like I drag my arm from here down, boom, boom, and then I release right away. Okay? Here. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So now after you practice it a while, and then you can go, you add. Now your footwork right now, you just stand in one spot, right? So no, if you stand here just practicing, right? Nobody gonna fight like this, right? They're gonna go like here, or here, this way, or the arms up, or like this, right? They're not gonna stand and fighting like this. Same thing with us. Because right now we're just practicing in front of the dummy. But in real situation, we're gonna stand like this or whatever. So you can incorporate it and train. Same thing. So you can go from here. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you see here, 5. I lower my stance down, right? Now speaking of traditional Kung Fu back then, why do we have to do a lot of stands? Remember, more stands, right? You turn this way, right? Then stand and then front stand, long stands like this, right? And here, right? Okay? All those stands. Now, this is one of the stands. This is the time when we're using it. Sometimes we train so much, I'm like, man, why are we training? Waste this time, waste a lot of time. But when you go into like actual fighting where you have to defend yourself, it helps a lot. Because the reason your master sometimes make you do stands like that so that you condition your leg muscle. If somebody try to kick you here, freaking in the knees or whatever, you don't feel as much pain. You can hold it and you can go through with it, right? Otherwise, like, kick you like this and you, ow, you're like a girl, and then, you're just gonna get like, throw up in fight, you're gonna lose for sure. So that's why they make you train. There's always a reason behind it, right? So, sometimes, yeah, when I was younger, I'm like, question about, like, you train and then you go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're all shaking, like, oh, why do I have to do this? And then you turn this way, and then this stance where you go here, right? Why do we train this way for, right? Keep our balance. You train this way for. Now, a lot of today is we just want to train for health, for fitness. Here you go. This is your fitness part. You strengthen this quad muscle, right? And then from here, you're training this here, flex here. Your balance, you're training your balance right there, right? So that's why you interchange between one angle to the other one from here. You can just kick. Or sometimes, like old days where they train like this, and then the stick there, and then you just go, right? For instance, I go here, and then I go here, and here, right? Working on your balance. Get your other leg strengthened. And now why do you train lower stance for? So for instance, this I hit here, and I come back and pull. I have to lower my stance. So when you need to use it, it will come naturally, right? Show us knockout punch. I never knock anyone out, so I don't know what does a knockout punch look like. But I'm pretty sure you guys have seen in boxing, and in MMA, and in Muay Thai and other area. So knockout punches could be any punch. Sometimes it's just knockout punch. For my own experience is like knockout punch is not really the punch that's so powerful, but it's only the punch that is unexpected. When you're thinking like it's not coming, right? All of a sudden, boom! That's why you get knocked out. It doesn't have to be really like a freaking an uppercut or a freaking like this to knock out. It could be just boom like that. It could be a knockout because you don't see it. You like all of a sudden, right? You shock, but like that, you get knocked out. Easy, simple as that. It's unexpected. You get knocked out when you are unaware of the situation. Same thing, right? Like, I don't care how good I am or you are. If you get an unexpected hit, of course, you're gonna get more damage than the one you already know, right? If you know and you assume that coming, therefore you can, well, either like the first thing you do is you can like flex it or whatever, right? Especially in movies or whatever fighting, right? They know it's coming, right? So maybe they get hit, maybe slightly, okay, no problem. But it unexpected, that's the one when you get hurt the most. You start a white belt, but you never get past. No problem. You can start it again. It's just only maybe that time you're busy with something, or like at that time you don't find it's useful for you, or you don't like it, or your parents put you into or whatever. But you can always start over again and start. No problem, right? Hello, hi. You started at black belt. That's pretty amazing. Those were the one they whooped me with. Oh, you start training with the black belt? Yeah, of course. Yeah, before I got, we always do that. Like we always get whooped by black belts. You know, sometimes you go up into a few belts. I remember I start my taekwondo, and I have to always like spar with belts that are above me, like you know, one or two belts. Sometimes I'm red belt. I spar with like black belts. It's just a way that your master wants you to improve yourself. You know, get more comfortable when somebody's better than you, right? So they can put you in sparring with somebody a bit better than you. So they want you to get out of your comfort zone, you know? So yeah, then you can deal with it, right? Because later on in life or whatever, you have to deal with everything yourself. Not your mommy, not your daddy, not your parents, right? Not the society, it's you. You're the one who have to be so, that's why your sensei or your master wants you to get out of your comfort zone and practice with the high ranks. Good morning from India. Good morning from Ho Chi Minh City. When I see one versus one, yeah, one versus one is pretty easy, but then like you know 2 or 3 is pretty tough. But of course we training, we discipline ourselves. You know, one person, you focus on that one person and you try to knock that one person out. The rest gonna be like a bit scared, you know, right? Especially like when it comes to like you know you see who's the toughest guy in there. If you have to in a group, you have to get the toughest guy. You know, whatever you go. Right, take down the toughest guy, and then from there, I'm pretty sure is much easier, right? Okay, enough talking, guys. Let's get back into training. All right? Okay. So let's go back to the 6 basic movement. Let's do 10 more of that, so you guys get more familiar with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was speaking before, try to make it realistic as you can. So for instance, like for this, I'm going from here, I boom like this in a sort of like a sparring or fighting stance instead of this. So basic in the beginning, we can just practice feet to feet like this against the wooden dummy. But later on, we're gonna go like this. 1, 2, right? I go 1, 2, and 3. I step up. For me to hit him, I have to slightly step up, and then I hit. If I'm from here, yes, I could hit. See, I could hit too, but I kind of reaching for him a bit. Now, if I'm reaching for him a bit, right, my body is still back here, but I'm sort of like reaching, so I'm a bit just slightly up balance, not too much. But if I would go here, I'm slightly step forward. I have my whole body push forward with my shoulder and then my arm. My attack gonna be more powerful, right? And I also have the impact of the hit right into him, right? From here, boom. Whereas here, you just come like this. You're sort of like reaching, right? Most of the time we're reaching too much, right? Remember techniques, these techniques? You reaching too much, they will either they pull you over above balance, right? They let your movement, right? Easy, because you already off balance like this. Just pull and you're gonna fall, right? I don't have to do anything. Just pull here. That's why I pull here, leave my leg here, you automatically fall. I'm pretty sure you see a lot of those situations, right? So try not to reach too much, okay? If you defend yourself, pop. If you cannot hit him, fine, that's okay, because you self-defense, right? You don't have to go toward him to reach him, right? So you can go here. If you want to reach, you have to step in, and then you come back out. Step in, come back out. If I want something, and then I go out, right? I don't go stay there. What? You know, don't stay in the dangerous zone, right? You see, same thing with a lot of fighters, a lot of competition. They go dance around, they keep distance apart, they dance, and whatever they do, when they attack, they go run, boom, right away, and then they attack, right? They don't go attack like this, boom, 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 boom. They acceleration, they change the speed. All of a sudden, they go from here, and they go in right here. right? They go quick in an instant so that you cannot react to it. You cannot you cannot assume, right? You have to go in a way right away, right? And then once you attack, and then you get out. Okay? That's anything. Get out if they're coming, and then you can. Now, this has come to the side kick, right? The side kick could be like from Taekwondo, could be karate, or of course, the side kick from Taekwondo, where Bruce Lee said, you know, before reaching in, you kick right in the shin here. Because before reaching in, the guy has to go forward, right? In order to reach us, he has to go forward. So as soon as go forward, this is side kick to the shin or to the kneecap right here. Remember that famous interview? Therefore, you can incorporate it, right? Sometimes I learn, this makes sense, man. Use this move, all right, guys? So sometimes you guys can train 1, 2, 3, 4. Then in order to do side kick, you have to have a lot of room. So imagine, boom, boom, block this way, and then sort of lean back and then do side kick, right? Because if you were too close here, you lift your side kick here, right? And the guy is clear. Why bother kicking, right? You cannot kick it here. Like this. No strength here, okay? If you want to kick him, right? Pa, pa, pa. You go to the side, you have to step back, right? And then kick. But why bother kicking if you're right here? You have your hand here. Pa, 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 right? You punch, right? And then you punch here. If he go too far to the side, and then you can knee or kick. Only kick when they're far away, then you kick, right? So there's no need to kick when you're too close, right? For instance, if I have a person close here, pa, I can just punch. It's much easier, right? I'm pretty sure 99% of you here, it's easier for you to put the hand here right into the face, rather than you try to put the kick in the face. See, the distance my hand to the face is here. Boom, boom, right here. Boom, right here. What? Maybe 40 centimeters. I'm here to here, 40 centimeters. But from my foot reaching to his face, well, from there to there, freaking like 1.7 meters, right? 1.7 meters approximately. So from here, for me to lift my leg all the way up here, right? Unless you're really expert at kicking, right? So you see the distance from the ground to there, very long, right? So it's not wise to kick head high for self-defense. First of all, you're gonna be off balance, unless you're super scissor leg kicking expert or whatever. That's a different story, right? But if you're just a normal person like me and you, we don't use that, right? We use common sense. We use our smartness. We use thing, right? So from here, I can just make a punch, boom, 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 here, right? You throw here, you don't throw here. Now from here, see, as you fall apart, now you can use the kick here or here. Only lower the bell and down, okay? Here, if I step here, and then this kick is useful. Right here to stop him from kicking, this to stop the person from kicking. So you can go like this, stop the kneecap. Now you see that in UFC, John Won Jones. He was really good at that kick. The guy come in, he's like this, just to stop the guy from coming in. He go here, very useful. How can you improve your kick? When I was in training, John Bon Jones style is pretty awkward and amazing, That's why a lot of people cannot figure out his style, right? He's so unpredictable, right? His kick, his throw, he can do whatever, and all his elbow and whatever, they come from nowhere, right? You don't expect it coming, and then all of a sudden you get hit and you get knocked out, then it's over. That's the thing. Improve your kicks. What I do is, let's change this way a bit. One of the things where I improve my kicks is before I used to, well, sometime now too, but Let's go this way. So you can see. Usually I stretch. One thing is like I stretch. Whether you have a ledge or something like this, or something to put your feet on, and you do a lot of stretching on your kicks, right? For instance, the front kick, I stretch this way, right? Okay, and you keep it here. Before I would count maybe for 30 seconds or something. I leave my leg here, 30 seconds to a minute, and then from here I change to the side. So I then do side kick. And then I pull my foot in. So this way, it will keep your legs into the form of your kick. Whether it's side kick, you do the proper kick, you turn this way, your heels is pointing a bit upward and your toes a bit downward, right? Not directly down because it's pretty tough unless you're so flexible, right? And then I line up my body together like this, okay? And some of you are flexible, you don't have to hold anything, you can just keep your body up, but it's hard to turn your toes down like this when you're up like this, you know? So that's tough, you gotta work on that a lot. And then you can go back again and then you lean forward. So every time you do that, like about like 3 times, 2 or 3 times something, you get a little bit more flexible in your kicks. And then lean forward a bit, okay? Lean maybe for about 15, 30 seconds. And then you come back to this, right? Now remember this side kick here, what you want to do is have your body behind it in a straight line, right? I go from here, straight line, guys. Okay, not your butt sticking out like this, okay? No, that's no good. You're not going to get any strength behind your kick, right? To get the full strength behind your kick is your body has to be in straight line behind it, right? Your foot, your kick, your shoulder, everything straight line. When you do from here, when you do execute the kick, it go right into straight line, your whole body behind it, okay? Not butt sticking out like this, you know, sometimes when you're beginning, it's hard, you're gonna stick your butt out here like this. No, twist it in, turn it in. Now your bottom foot, whether you can point it a bit sideways or a little bit backward, or all the way backward if you wanna get more flexible for this part, right? If you're not too flexible, then you can point your toes all the way and back. And then from there I switch. Now then again, after a while you can change, you can train with the elastic band. You know those rubber band, they're like, they can carry the resistance of 20, 30 kilo, 40, 50 to 100 kilo. So you can use that accordingly to your level. At the beginning, maybe you can use it 10 kilos, right? The elasticity, and try to stretching out your leg like this, like a side kick or front kick, the same thing, right? So I will try to do some of those videos and show you the proper way of doing it, and then you can improve your kicks from there. Before I used to do that, right? Sometimes not so much, but right now in Taekwondo, they use that a lot. I see in Taekwondo a lot of young people, like around like anywhere around like 12, 13 to all the way 20 something in the 30s. You know, they use that 30s, 40, whatever, to strengthen the muscle of the kick so that they can extend and execute it properly. Now sometimes you lean forward. Now some of us, when we are like, you know, we haven't trained for a long time, we haven't stretched for a long time, and it's gonna hurt like from here to here, pretty much like our inner step, our inner thigh from here. Hurt like hell, even for me, right? I've been training like most of my life, but I haven't stretched these techniques. I don't stretch these techniques every day, right? So it's gonna hurt. So if you want like the less chance of hurting like that, you have to stretch like maybe 3 times a week. 3, 4 times a week is good. Put like about 15 minutes to 20 minutes in your stretching. It helps a lot, guys. Helps your back, stretching out your back, your legs muscle. Basically this whole bottom section to all the way down to the legs. We rarely pay attention to it, especially when we're hitting the late 30s, 40s, 50s, you know. We don't train that, right? Same thing with the gym. in the gym. When we're working out, we're only working out in the pec, you know, the upper body, the shoulder, and of course the bicep, you know, the arm. Only this top section. We don't train the bottom section. The bottom is very important because your spine, your backbone, your tailbone, everything is here, and most of the time we don't. It's hard to access to this flexibility, so therefore every day, every single day, it's gonna get more stiff, more stiff, more stiff. All right, that's why a lot of when we're getting old, we like have to go, we carry a cane or whatever because we don't stretch, we don't move that part very often, right? So when it comes to the side kick, make sure you have your whole body behind it when you're stretching out, right? Your whole body behind. See, now you see only stretching with you guys in here, I spend like roughly about maybe 5 to 8 minutes already. So imagine, but that's just only the beginning, you know. Of course, if you want to be more flexible, you stretch more. After you stretch more like that in the beginning a lot, and then later on, after like about 3 months down the road or 6 months down the road, you find it really easy. And then you can just, you know, stretch less your time come less down. Maybe you can take like 15 or 10 minutes stretching, and then you all like you all flexible, right? You know, getting higher. Now you see how I wrap. Sometimes I wrap my arm here. It's sort of like, and then grab into this. Um, Basically, I just try to grab my leg so to have less pressure on my leg, because sometimes I go so high at the beginning, I can feel the hamstring here too much. So I leave it here for support. Use my arm to support a bit and carry it up a bit, you know. Sort of like a cheat code a little bit, but you know, after the first 30 seconds or so, you can just let it go and let it rest fully into the bar. And then from there, you lean forward a bit, if you can, of course. So basically, guys, you gotta, like, when you do stretching or whatever techniques, you have to be aware of your body, right? Your body is different, mine's different, somebody else different, so you have to know your own body, right? You do it accordingly to what you can handle at that moment, okay? Maybe, okay, today you cannot handle like this tough, but then tomorrow, 1 month down the road, you'll be more tough, you can handle more, you can be more flexible, right? 3 more months down the road, right? So, yeah, and stretching this way. Now for this stretch, I can reach out for a roundhouse kick like this, pointing my toes. And then I come back, I can just go the heels out and up for the side kick. Yeah, you can just like that. You can play around with your foot. You can rotate your foot. Alright, whatever it is. Now, of course, when your bone, you put it against the bar here like this, it's gonna hurt a bit. It's gonna hurt a bit, but you know, try to get over it, right? We're training, right? It's hard work, right? Sometimes you gotta follow the word no pain, no gain. But if you insist too much pain that you cannot handle, then you know that that's when to stop, to take it easy and hold it back, you know. And if you know your limit, you know, if you know you can extend further limit, you just push out a bit more, right? All right, let's switch foot. Now, for when you are stretching, it's sort of like a bit relaxing. It's not so intense like you're hitting the pad or the wooden meat or heavy bag or sparring with a partner. So here you can relax and try to get your breath in, try to breathe deep all the way in slowly and then all the way out slowly. So you can count like 3 second breathe in, 3 second breathe out like this. 1, 2, 3, and then breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Calm your body down, relax. So in order for you to stretch further, you gotta relax your body, right? You gotta relax, right? Now see, when I push my hips here, oh, that feels good. You see the back behind here? Most of the time I don't stretch out these kicks anymore. So therefore I feel so much stiffness in my lower body, right? Especially in my mid 40s, right? Especially, yeah, same thing with all of us. If whatever muscle that we immobilize, we don't move it, of course it's gonna become stiff. It's not gonna be flexible and move easily, right? That's common sense, and we don't know it because it's so natural, not for us to move. It's more natural. We just don't move it. We just don't pay attention. That's why there's so much program out there that help and teach us move our back, mobilize our back. We hurt our shoulder, our back pain, this and that, all type of movement. They do all sort of movement, stretching the leg and everything, back and forth, and arms up. And I find those programs are very useful too. If you guys do have a back pain problem, especially your lower back, you should look into those programs and try to stretch every day. It helps a lot, guys. And the other thing is, back to the question that from one of you asked me is, how do you improve your kicks? So one of the things is stretch, but during your stretch, right? After you stretch, you're relaxing for a bit. You're gonna squeeze it down a little bit of your muscle if you want to improve the kick, right? So for instance, if I'm stretching here, one thing, okay, I relax. After I relax, okay, try to squeeze your muscle around like this, because this kick is sort of like you try to strengthen your feet, right? Your foot, your whole leg, right? So from here, bend your knees down like this and squeeze it down. See if you can try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So for instance, for this kick, right, this specific kick, I'm squeezing down like that, so that my strength is coming down, right? This is coming to Taekwondo right now. So back into Taekwondo when I was learning, I squeeze it like that, so I'm throwing a chop kick right in the front of the face. You know, chop kick, this crescent kick, they come from outside in or from inside out. So basically this kick right here, boom, up this, and then you come down. So you squeeze like that to make your kick faster and stronger. So you're conditioning this muscle right here, the chopping down part, the inner thigh muscle right here, this part, right? So that's one way you can increase the strength, is by squeezing it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, at the beginning, when you're squeezing like that, you don't really feel anything so much, because you don't know like which part of the leg muscle you know squeeze at, you're focusing on. Sometimes it go through the whole leg, sometimes it go like where the hell it go, you don't even know and feel it. Sometimes it happened to me, but that's fine. Just try to squeeze the whole leg down, all right? But the main part we try to squeeze is like this part right here. This part right here is chopping right down, right? But mostly it go into this muscle though, right? All right, so let's try the other leg. Okay, I'm here, I'm relaxing all my muscle, and then now you squeeze down, okay? Bend the other knees and squeeze down. Now squeeze out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Okay, now careful when you squeeze like this. This whole entire section of your legs is gonna be tense. It's gonna be very hard. It's gonna feel a bit of pain. So careful, you have to know your body, right? When enough is enough, let it go. Don't force it too much. Force it too much, you might tear this part of the muscle right here, and then you're gonna go out for like a month or 2 months. And then you're gonna say, oh man, this guy is teaching me this, blah, 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 blah. You know, you have to understand your body, okay? So when it hurts too much, just take it easy, relax a bit, you know. If you cannot handle it, just stop, right? And try another time, okay? So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So you do that like each side like about 3 times. And then if you're more flexible, then you can go up high. Here, right? Now from here you squeeze down. Now from here you top squeeze down. It's gonna be a bit harder, but your kick's gonna get improved. So trust me, after you do this, like about the first time, second time, you see your kick from here chopping down much faster and much stronger right away. So from here, squeeze down, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then rest. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then rest, relax. Take a deep breath in. Okay, next. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. You know, sort of like squeezing, you know, when you have to go bathroom or something and you have to squeeze the hell out of it, just like that, and tense that part of your muscle. For instance, for this case, of course, you're gonna tense your whole leg, your thigh, you know, and your ankle from here. Try to pull it down, chopping it down. Ready? One more time, right? Us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the other leg, and then I'm gonna show you how to improve your side kick. Okay? Let's go to the other leg for the chop kick. So if you can go higher, if not, you just stay lower, okay? Because first 2 class, or even you go lower, that's fine. Wherever you're comfortable at the beginning for you, okay? Because your beginning is not somebody else's beginning, okay? Your personal beginning is only for you, all right? For me, it's different. For you, it's different. But Jack or somebody else is different, all right? We are different here. So make sure you go according to your ability, okay? Okay, you ready? Now let's squeeze it down. Relax your muscle, relax, relax. Now squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now relax, relax your foot. Tap it a bit if it seems too hard, because I find this one is more stiff than my leg. So my right legs, you know, sometimes I have to give it a bit more time. Okay, you ready? Relax. Now tense it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I sort of like feel this, you know. I sort of like feel like, you know, sort of like hotness and fatigue into muscle. So therefore I have to go up. I have to relax it a bit. Otherwise, if I push it for another like 5 seconds, I could pull some kind of muscle or tendons right here. So when you notice your body is something like that, your leg something like that, you got, oh, you have to think about, oh man, I gotta take it easy now, right? Then you have to take it easy, okay, guys? Don't go too crazy, okay? All right, ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. One more time, okay? Relax. Deep breath. Ready? Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. So next time, like if we were with my student, or I can make videos training with a partner. This exercise is very good with a partner. So your partner from here and hold your legs up against the wall, right? Imagine this the wall, and like you go from there, and they're gonna lift your leg up, and they're gonna squeeze it down. Yeah, you know. Okay. So okay, now when sorry, my golden, my dog just touched his stand. That's why it's shaky. So okay, this one here. If you have something behind you like a dummy like me, it's good. Or you have a wall, some kind of wall or something. You can just stand it, right? And use a wall behind you. For instance, I here use this rail so that you guys can see. So for this one here, I'm gonna use this. Take it here just in case. This one here. So what you do is side kick, you lift it up here. One here, hold it here, bend the other leg. Now from here, try to bring your knees up as high as you can. Hold it, and then from here, you slowly turn the foot and bottom, and slowly coming right down, and hold it straight for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you bring back here, just here only, and then come out again. 1. Remember, see my heel is above my toes. That's what a side kick is. Or at least it has to be parallel, like this. Not like this, okay? That's not side kick. Turn your hips up, your heel up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you come back. And then you come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I feel a lot of fatigue in the thigh. This part right here, this my butt muscle, because it's squeezing it, right? Like you're training at a gym or something. There's a machine where you're tensing up this part of the muscle. This one is the same thing, okay? So I find it, you know, getting tougher. So if you want to improve your kicks, that is one of the exercises you can do. Now, let's switch leg. Okay, slowly bring it up. Try to bring as high as you can. If you're more flexible, you can bring all the way up high. You know, especially you have been training kicks a lot and you're very flexible, then by all means do so. Slowly coming out, and then hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come back. And then here, now actually you go here, remember? And then from here. Now you see this part here, we're supposed to go like this, but you know, I'm not as flexible like before anymore. So, but if you do, you can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. And now you can sort of like feel this whole part muscle, the thigh muscle, sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come back. By all means, if you guys more flexible than me, more stronger, you can go up higher, okay? No problem. Good for you. That's awesome, okay? Yeah, so that's one of the exercise where you can do side kick, but of course, a lot more, right? So I'm not gonna have time to go with you with all of them, but I try whatever I remember, I try to incorporate in my training, my live stream, and my video to share with you guys, and I hope it helps. I hope it helps into your training session. Okay, so hopefully that answer the question one of you from the kicks. So let's get back into more wooden to me training. Okay, guys. See, you see, most of my training, I just keep back to the basics, right? Right? All you need to know is basic, but you train over and over again. All you need to do is become expert in your basic. then you'll be awesome. It's just gonna get you very far in life. Just be an expert in your basics, okay? Right now what I'm doing is conditioning my wrist a bit. Sometimes you get carried away, you hit your elbow bone, it's gonna hurt like hell. That's okay, you can live with it. Just go through with it. If it's hurt a bit, okay? You carry on, you practice something else. But you keep on practicing. You don't hit one, you get hurt, and then, oh man, it's so painful, and then you stop, you don't do all the movement. Now this part hurt, right? It hurt a bit, but this part doesn't hurt. So I go train this part. This part doesn't hurt, I train this part, right? So there's no excuses. If you want to improve, one part hurt, unless that part of your body is cannot paralyze you or cannot make you move any other part, then you stop training, right? You have to, right? But other than that, if one small part of your body hurt a bit or whatever, then you can train with another part, right? Sometimes you play around with it, right? Do the elbow this way, right? And then do this way. See if it makes sense, right? See if the flow movement, and you go do this way, right? You don't have to go. You don't have to go by the books all the time, right? The books are there to give you the basic, the example, right? But it's for you to figure out your own move. Make your move so special that everybody go, wow, right? You hit or whatever, you move. They go, wow, that's amazing. But that's just only basic. So what I'm saying is like always be amazing at your basics. So in order to you do that, then you have to discipline yourself to train those basics every day. Right? Every day. Doesn't have to be every day so much, but like maybe at least 3-4 times a day. And put in half an hour into it, right? Half an hour to an hour, 2 hours. But then your goal want to be more great at it. Of course, you're gonna put in a lot of more time, a lot of more work, right? It depends on what our goal is. Okay, let me show this one movement, one trick. Sometimes I go like this, I go one, like this. See, the trick is to make it look so fast and so good. And I make it enjoyable so I can train with wood on me, right? I go here, I step to the side, boom, right? And then I go sort of like boom, 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 right? Make it so fast so you go quick movement, you step over, boom, right? And boom. I go 1, 2, 3, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Boom, 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 boom. Now you see that rhythm. Some of that rhythm you need to be to do well in wood enemy, so you can show the dynamic and the breakdown between the moves. I've seen an MMA fight a Wing Chun master, and it didn't even stand a chance. An MMA fight a Wing Chun master. Okay, I've seen like I've seen some of the footage, and I'm not sure if the video you mentioned about it was the fight. But if you look at it, maybe I don't know. Maybe it's the training factors, right? That master, I don't know how long has he been training, what type of training he does, right? Whether he's training only Wing Chun or he's just training with wooden dummy, or how much time he put into his training. He's just training just to show his student, blah, blah, this, and you do this, and this, and this, or whatever it is, right? I'm not sure, right? And I'm not sure how old he is, how much he weighed. Now, when you're comparing two person, not fighting or whatever, you should compare all those factors. That, right? But if you just watch a video and then you say, oh, Wing Chun is really bad, blah, 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 or karate is bad, or whatever it is, I don't care what you say, but you gotta like ask yourself and be smart and ask those questions, right? Right? You cannot just go on the internet and see whatever throw at you in your face and you see it. You don't analyze it and you just take it as it is. So you see a lot of false information, a lot of video right there. So what if that's only one match? That's only the match, with only what that master, he want to be really well-known, famous or whatever, just to prove himself or something, right? He's so desperate to go and put on a show or fight with some whatever dude, MMA or whatever. I don't know what his thing is, right? But I guess he want to get his name out there or whatever, or open to the world. I don't know, right? But when you're watching that video, you're gonna analyze it. Is that fight fair, right? You consider, why do in all organization or sports they consider weight category, age category, right? At a certain age you can fight only like in all that, like